What's up, everyone? It's your favorite optometrist, Dr. Darryl Glover, and welcome to another episode of the Top 5 Eyewear. Today I'm hanging out with Jennifer C, aka Opticianista _LA. We're looking forward to checking out some of her amazing eyewear. Let's get started.
Hi, Dr. Glover. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thanks for hanging out with me. You know, I always have admired your eyewear. Every time I see you, especially at Transitions Academy, you're always wearing some dope eyewear, some cool eyewear like you're wearing right now. So I'm super excited that you're coming to hang out with me today so we can explore your closet or your collection of eyewear there.
Yes, so we got a couple of pieces to share with everyone.
Yes. Well, before we get started, some folks may not know who you are. So let's just give a good overview of who you are, how you got into the eye care industry, what you're doing right now. Let's just talk about it.
Yeah, so I actually kind of got into the eyewear industry more intuitively. I actually was working in luxury retail before this, in management and styling. My background was also more in operations and human resources. So I was working at a job I was no longer happy with. It just wasn't where I wanted to be. And I decided to take a risk and leave that job and look for something completely different. And I happened to come upon an ad that was looking for a front desk staff member. And I was like, I can answer some phones. Like, well, I can do that. And I applied for the job, and I ended up working at an optometry office. And I started off just answering phones, checking in patients, checking insurances. I then kind of transferred on to teching. And I was like, I really want to do optical because it was kind of the perfect balance of both my worlds, which was styling clients in my previous career, and I got to style patients. So I took on the optical, and it was just kind of like a perfect fit for me. I fell in love, and here we are 5 years later. So it's been awesome.
I love that. And I've said this before, but that's how I got into optometry. Kind of similar to you, or at least that's how I fell in love with it. I needed a job, and I was in college, in undergrad, and I started selling glasses, and I just fell in love with the aspect of the fashion world. And then I was like, you know what? I want to be the one on the other end that's prescribing the prescription. So I went and became an optometrist. But this is almost like a repeat. We're always talking about that fashion and function aspect, and that's the beautiful thing about optometry.
Yeah, I mean, it's so great because you get to combine this world of you're making a difference in people's lives. You're doing so many things, whether it's just, exam and refracting the patient, you're fitting them in scleral lenses, you're doing a contact lens training, medical visits, there's the eyewear portion. There's just so much about it that you really make a difference in someone's life. And it's something, a pair of glasses can change everything for somebody. And to be able to style them it's so much fun. And there's no better feeling than when the patient comes in to pick up their glasses and you're dispensing and they're just like, oh my God, I love my glasses. This is so great. And that's what you want.
Yeah, that's priceless. It's very special. During this COVID-19 crisis, I actually had to go into the office and, see emergent and urgent cases. And some of those cases turned into refractive care cases. And the only people that were in the office were the doctors and office managers. So I actually had to play the role of the optical area, the optician, the eyewear consultant. And it just brought back memories of me fitting people and just seeing the smile on their faces and all that other jazz. I couldn't really see the smile with the mask over their face, but I could see the smile with their eyes. And when you see someone smiling with their eyes, you know something special, So that was very touching. So I really missed that. But again, I love being in this profession because it's so valuable. It's so just, it just feels good in regards to just being able to help out some people. Looks like we have some comments here. I see Sean Khan up in Canada. Good to see you. She's always down at Transitions Academy, and she has a lot of cool things going on up in Canada as well. And looks like someone's in love with your T-shirts. They're from Guatemala, and they're loving your T-shirts. Out there. Shout out to Maria.
Hey, Maria.
We're going to talk about that later, Maria, so make sure you stay tuned. But let's go ahead and let's talk about the top 5 eyewear.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about the first one. What are you wearing right now? Is this one of your top 5 that you have on?
Yes. So this is in no particular order, but this is going to be the first pair. So this is actually by Silhouette. And I just gravitated towards because it's so different from what people associate Silhouette with.
Yeah.
Every time you think of Silhouette, you think, well, one, drilled rimless, and I think most people associate it with it's like a certain age demographic, and younger people would never like wear a Silhouette frame. It's like, oh my gosh, no, I wouldn't. And Silhouette has really been changing up their styles in the last year and a half or two. I want to say they really have been trying to become more innovative, become a little bit more modern, and not just focusing on drilled rimless solely, but really expand. And I happened to see this frame last year, and I saw it in, like, I think I just saw a picture, and I was like, I have to have that. I didn't know if it was going to fit me. I didn't know what it was going to look like in person. I just knew I loved the style. I loved the color. So I basically just was like, either it's going to work or it's going to end up in just like a really cool collection.
Yeah.
And it fit. I got the frame in. I like was so excited. I cut lenses for it right away. And it's amazing. It's so different. Whenever I tell someone this is from Silhouette, they're like, no way.
So you brought up a good point. I mean, when I think of Silhouette, that's exactly what I think. Older person, round or some type of odd shaped drill mount, and some old lady with gray hair that's going to come in saying, I want a Silhouette. And that's all I want from anything else.
That's the demographic everyone thinks about. They're like, it's like a 65 and over type of demographic for Silhouettes, but they've really have been working, I think, really hard to try and change that perception, and have been coming up with some really cool styles. And this was actually part of like a 4-piece collection.
Oh, nice.
So this is like 1 out of 4 that they made, and I fell in love with it. And I happened to take it to Expo, and everybody was like, "Where's that frame from?" Silhouette. And I'm like, Silhouette. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I know no one ever thinks they're going to own a Silhouette frame, but here we are.
Right. Well, it's pretty dope. And, with the story that you're telling me, how they're trying to get, more cool and hip, it reminds me of another company that we both know from very well, Transitions. They're kind of doing the same thing, where they're being innovative with unique designs, shapes, colors, and just bringing out more that attract millennials and the other crowd as well.
Yeah, there's so many cool things out there. And I think sometimes people can be so influenced by what they hear versus actually trying on the product and giving it a chance themselves. And most of the time they're pleasantly surprised. And you're right, like Transitions is amazing. I mean, we're just Academy, and we saw like the coolest things that are, getting ready to come out. I'm like, how does no one want like a mirror red lens? Like, that's so cool. Like, I'm like, are you kidding? Like, like I gotta have that. Like, it's amazing.
I love the lens technology. I mean, it's something that I wear daily. So I practice what I preach in the practice. I tell patients about what I've experienced. I'm like, look, I'm a seasoned millennial, but I'm a millennial and I'm rocking this. And you came in here, you told me specifically, I came to you because you have swag and you got great reviews, and I heard that you know exactly what you're doing, So I just tell them, firsthand my experience with it. Let's talk about some of the lens technology. I know you got some anti-reflective coating popping off there.
I do. So on this particular frame, I have a Sapphire 360, which is one of my favorite AR coatings. I love Sapphire 360. It's just really crisp. It's really clear. Most of the time when I'm actually wearing this frame at the office, patients ask me if there's even lenses in the frame. And they're like, it's so clear. Like, do you have anything going on there? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it's just that this is what happens when you get an anti-reflective coating that works.
Yeah.
And it looks good versus some of the other things out there that shall remain nameless. Not work. And I mean, this is what happens, right? You get compliments. They're like, oh, I can't even tell. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it's a good AR. That's why. So I love Sapphire 360. It's definitely my favorite.
Yeah, I love it. And that frame is translucent. I mean, I know that's what's on trend right now.
Yeah, so it's translucent, and then it kind of has like an iridescent color. So it kind of changes, like the sun. You get a little pink, purple, a little yellow. blue. Yeah, so it's really cool because depending on where the sun kind of hits or the light, it like kind of reflects color. So it's very iridescent, kind of a pearl finish.
I like it. I like it. Let's see what's up next. What else do you have in your bag of tricks there?
Okay, so up next, I'm going to show you this really beautiful frame by Etina, Barcelona.
Nice.
And it is all like glitter, kind of like a black and gray. And then the temples on the sides, I'll show you if you can see here, but they're kind of like translucent as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, and then I customized the lenses with a lavender 2 gray tint.
Okay, is it like a gradient?
It's a gradient, yeah.
Okay.
So so it's just super fun. I thought it would look really cool with like the glitter.
Yeah.
And it would be just something completely different, and I could still wear them indoors at the office.
Yeah.
So they're still able to see my eyes when I'm talking to them. I can still take them outdoors, on like a nice sunny day where I'm like walking my dog or, just hanging out, and I can still wear them.
Right.
But I just fell in love with the detail on this. It's so different, and I hadn't really seen anything like it before.
Yeah, the detail's on fire. I mean, it looks almost like layered on the side.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. It looks like there's like layers to it.
Yeah, like different layers of acetate like stacked on top of each other in a way.
Like glitter, black, and clear. And then the temples are also like really
glitter. Yeah. And with that style frame, if you have someone that is pretty nearsighted, it can hide a decent amount of the thickness probably.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's the thing I love about kind of this frame is that something like this or even a clear translucent frame is kind of my go-to for someone that has a higher prescription, because it'll hide the thickness when they are looking, someone's looking at it from the side, you kind of can't really tell, is it the lens because it's nice and polished?
Oh, that's a good trick.
Yeah, so I love putting patients that are like, hey, they're like, oh my God, they're like, my prescription's so high. And I'm like, yeah, you're a -12, but we can make this work. I'm like, don't worry about it. So I like getting a clear or translucent frame, because once I polish the lenses from the side, you can't really tell what is it. Is it the clear of the frame or is it the clear of the lens? It just kind of hides it.
Yeah. Well, we got a few more comments here. Love the shirt, Jennifer. Everyone's in love with your shirt. Like, your shirt is on fire. I feel like I need to be wearing your shirt too.
I make sure to get you on. Don't worry about it.
I don't know how I look in leopard, but hey, you know what? I'll try to pull it off.
I don't know. I feel like I'll send you and Dr. Ramsey one, because I feel like we got to get you guys coordinated, and I think you guys will be fine walking the leopard. I don't doubt it.
We'll be trendsetters, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We have another comment here from the famous Sheeta Taft. What girl doesn't like a little sparkle? I know that's right. Whether it's on the eyewear, whether it's on the finger, wherever it may be, right? Everyone loves a little sparkle there.
They sparkle. Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's jump at number 3. What do you have for us for number 3?
Okay, so number 3 is going to be Kirk and Kirk.
Oh, wow.
Which is, I just have to tell you, I sought out this frame for like ever. I was like, I have to get my hands on a Kirk and Kirk. I have to, one way or another, it's going to happen. I think everybody just falls in love with their style because it's so unique and it's so different. And the colors remind me of Jolly Ranchers. I always tell people, I'm like, that's what it reminds me of.
Yep. So acrylic material just brings out more colors. It pops more.
Exactly. It's just super fun. It's really nice. It fits perfect. This is one of those frames where I didn't even really have to adjust much. I just kind of put it on and I was like, oh my God. I was like, it's perfect. It fits. It was meant to be.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'll tell you this. All the folks that I've had on so far, everyone has mentioned Kirk and Kirk Eyewear. So there's something special about that brand. I own Kirk and Kirk myself, and I probably wear that frame maybe 25% of the time out of my collection of frames, because it demands attention when you walk in a room, and it feels so good on the face as well.
It's definitely bold, and it makes a statement when you walk in. It's one of those things like people notice it right away. It's like, oh my gosh, like it's so bright and it's so vibrant, and it just makes a statement. It tells a story. You don't even have to say anything. It's just like, I'm here. And
well, I like what Etina said. It's like candy there. Those colors, the way they pop.
It's like a Jolly Rancher. I'm like, it reminds me of like all the colors. It's so pretty, and it fits so well.
Yeah, it's definitely popping. So tell me about the shape. This shape is a little different from the first two, and I actually really love this shape on your face. That's a unique shape.
Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit more. It's got like a slight cat eye on it, which I do like.
But a little elongated, it seems.
It is a little elongated, yes, which is really nice, especially if you have a little bit maybe of like a wider face shape. Because a lot of cat eyes tend to be a lot smaller. Okay. So for patients that have a little bit more of like a wider face shape, sometimes I find cat eyes tend to kind of cut them off around the cheeks. And it doesn't look the best, but this one rounds perfectly around your cheekbone. And I like that kind of like high cheekbone illusion that it just naturally does for me. And the color is great. I think this pops on everyone's skin tone.
Yeah, it looks real good on you, especially your skin tone. It really pops.
It pops, and it's really pretty. And who doesn't want a reddish pink frame in their collection? It's like you have to have it, I think.
She's talking about one of your colleagues. Dale has one as well.
See, Dale has one too. Like maybe we need to do like a Kirk and Kirk like photo picture of all of us.
I know, right? Shout out to Jason. He's always doing an amazing job. And then you get some love here with this frame as well. Yeah. Now, in the practice you work with, I noticed so far you have a love for independent eyewear. Do you guys carry a lot of independent eyewear in the practice that you're with?
We do carry some independent eyewear. So we also we carry like Masunaga. We have Silhouette. We have Moto. Okay. I have Leon Max, things like that. But I also carry like what I guess would be considered more, high end popular brands.
Big box popular brands.
Yeah, like Dior, Fendi, which I could show you a couple of those too. But I try to have a mixture of both, right? Because some patients are just like, I need the designer name.
Oh, like, the brand whores. There's no doubt about it. Yeah.
I have to have the Tom Ford. I need it to say, Fendi, ginormous on the side. And I have some patients who just really have an appreciation for the eyewear piece itself. And they just, they hold a Masunaga. And I'm like, like you can see instantly they're holding that. And they just have like this look on their face. They're like, wow, like it just feels so nice, and it fits perfectly. Yeah, it's like a piece of art is really what it is. And and some patients are just like, no, I just want everyone to know I'm wearing a Tom Ford, which is fine. Yeah, no problem. I can hook you up and get you set up with your Tom Ford looking amazing.
Absolutely.
And, I think it's about having a nice balance between both. Yeah, and giving the patient what they want, a little bit of everything.
Yeah. I mean, one trick that I do in the exam room or when I walk in, I always observe my patient, especially the ladies. Number one, you may look at their bag, you may look at their shoes, you may look at their shirt. And if you see a certain brand and you see it more than one time, you know what they love. So especially Tom Ford or Michael Kors or Kate Spade, if you see one of those brands, as soon as you're doing that optical transfer, Gucci, the first thing you want to mention is what you see, what they're wearing. Is that Gucci? Is that Tom Ford? We have some amazing Tom Ford glasses out here. And the first thing you're going to do, this smile is going to go from here to here. And then they're going to see that collection. That's an easier transfer to the optical team member to process everything from there.
Absolutely, because you're in the exam room as a doctor with the patients. You guys get to have like this kind of whole conversation prior to them coming to us. Yeah. So it's really the handoff between doctor to optician is very important because it's the tone for that like second phase now that they've gone from their exam to meeting with us to get things finalized. Because exam room is one thing, and then
what do we have now?
Okay, so the next one's gonna be a pair of sunglasses. And
I love oversized frames. This is Hollywood.
Yes, so this is a pair from Zero G, which is an independent line based out of Camarillo, California. And I fell in love with this frame immediately because it reminded me of a frame I had seen on Sophia Loren and Raquel Welch. And they're two of like my absolute favorites style icons. And I have a picture of each of them wearing like these really cool oversized glasses. And I was like, I want a pair. It's just finding something that reminded me of them.
Yeah.
And when I saw this, I was like, nope, it's mine. I'm taking it. It's coming home with me, and I will wear it forever. And the color on this is really cool. I know it's a little bit hard to tell, but it's a burgundy gradient.
Yeah.
So it goes from burgundy to a little bit of brown at the bottom.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah, and it has some really cool temples here, which are really nice and burgundy. I know it's a little bit hard to tell, but it's really, really nice. And they just fit perfectly. They're oversized. I feel like I could definitely pop out these lenses and get some clear ones with maybe some transitions. We can do red mirror and amber color.
Yeah.
So the options are kind of endless with this frame. So I really, really love it. And it just reminds me of that classic like Raquel Welch look, Sophia Loren. And I was just like, it's mine. Like, there's no question. Just put it on my desk. I'll take it later.
Yeah. For me, there's something about a woman in an oversized pair of glasses. My wife, she has numerous sunglasses. They're all oversized. And she wears them inside the mall. If it's sunny, if it's overcast. I mean, she keeps them on. Funny story. One day she was in spin class. And she was like, at the end of my spin class, I realized I still had my sunglasses on. And I was like, baby, that means you don't have any friends in that class because someone should have told you that. But, once you have those oversized sunglasses and that nice tint, it makes your eyes so much more relaxed and you have no worries in the world. It's like you're almost invisible, No one can see you, just move on with your own business and you do your own thing,
They just kind of like, they give you like this alter ego where you're just like, don't look at me. I'm in my own world. Like, just,
I'm looking for some oversized sunglasses for myself. I used to own a pair of Versace shades, and they were oversized, square, kind of like Biggie back in the day.
Okay.
But I still have them, but I'm looking for something a little bigger and a little more bolder as well, something maybe a little more jazzier on the temple, but I haven't found it yet. So if you ever find something, think about me, let me know, and I will get those.
Yes, I will send the information your way.
Awesome. All right, well, let's move on to number 5. What do you have here for me?
Number 5 is going to be this frame here, and this frame is by LOOL, which is made in Barcelona, and it's really cool. They actually make the frame from individual steel sheets.
Oh, wow.
And this is actually from their Art Deco collection, so it is inspired by the Art Deco of New York.
I can see that.
And it's like a piece of art. I feel like I'm wearing like a really cool piece of jewelry on my face. Like, the attention to detail on this is just, you have those cutouts on each corner, and it's just so pretty. Like, I genuinely feel like I'm wearing art. It's just super cool.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, they're amazing. I mean, it looks like a piece of artwork just sitting on your face. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, it's so lightweight. It's so comfortable. It fits right. And when you try something on and you're just like, I don't even have to really adjust it. Like, I put it on and it was like made for my face. Like, that's money. It feels good. It's a nice frame. It's comfortable. It's a statement. Like, I love Art Deco. So when I saw this, I was like, that's mine. I'm taking it.
Now, a question for you. I know for me, at least, certain pairs of glasses I wear, it gives me a different feeling, a different vibe for the day.
Yeah.
Do you get certain feelings that come with, the different pairs of glasses, like what you have on now versus the first option that you showed me? I mean, do they give you different vibes for the day?
Oh, definitely. Like, this is very, like, I feel like it's very glamorous. It has like a modern feel, but it just feels very elevated.
Yeah.
Very artistic, and it's just very refined of a look, versus like my silhouette is like very bold. Like, everyone is like, where'd you get that from? Oh my God, what frame is it? It feels loud. versus this one it just feels very sophisticated and refined. So yeah, I definitely think each frame makes you feel a certain way. Like when I'm wearing my oversized sunglasses and I'm here thinking I'm like Sophia Loren, and I'm like, I'm, just walking around, living my best life. So, definitely. Every eyewear piece has its own attitude. I think that comes with it.
That's it. That's the word, attitude.
Yeah. You just feel like a certain way. You're just like, yeah, today my alter ego is, XYZ. I change it.
Well, let's do this. Let's wrap it up. Let's recap just the top 5 eyewear, if you don't mind just showing it. We'll start with the first one, the silhouette. That way we can show everyone all your faves here. The silhouette, very nice. Translucent, has that amazing anti-reflective coating on it. The Sapphire 360.
Yes.
What do we have next?
The Etina Barcelona. Beautiful glitter with the gradient lavender tint on them.
As Sheena mentioned, every girl likes a little sparkle.
Sheena is very right. Every girl loves some sparkles. Who doesn't? And then we have Kirk and Kirk.
Yeah, I love that color on you in that shape too. That was amazing.
And then we have 0G sunglasses.
That one to me, that actually might be my favorite of all of the ones that you showed me on. It's just something again about oversized frames. They're unmatched.
It never goes out of style. It's a forever piece. It's classic. Like it'll always be. I always tell people that I think an oversized look is an investment piece because it's forever. Like you will have that in your closet and you will always pull it out and it'll always make you feel a certain way. It's like nostalgic.
Yeah. And Dr. Brassfield and Optical Goddess Atiana, they both kill the game with oversized frames as well. Yeah. They really know how to master. They've mastered it.
They look amazing, and it's because it's just they wear it so well. It looks beautiful on them. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
And then LOOL will be the last one.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Do they make men's frames as well?
They do. They make men's and women's, and they do some really cool sunglasses also, which is really nice.
I'm gonna have to check it out. That's my first time hearing about that brand.
Yeah, it's really cool. They have a variation of styles and cuts, but that Art Deco, I was just like, that speaks to me on another level.
Well, amazing collection. There's one other thing that I wanted to touch on while I have your attention today. Yes. Everyone throughout this entire live stream has mentioned your shirt.
Yes.
So I want you to talk about this new project that you have, if you don't mind, because everyone is going crazy about it.
Yes. So I started working on basically an apparel and accessory line last year. And, it started off as an idea, a design process, trying to get everything kind of finalized, figuring out what'll work best. And I ended up with my own apparel collection. So it's essentially a collection by Opticianist LA, and it is apparel and accessories for eyewear lovers. And I wanted to design styles that were fun, but were also chic and modern, and something that you would want to pull out of your closet on any day. Not just something that you kind of were like, well, I only wear this, if I go to an event or something. I wanted it to be an everyday type of thing where you could wear it no matter where you were going. And I'm overjoyed with everyone's support and kind words for the collection. It's been a really great response. So thank you to everybody for really being so supportive.
Yeah, and it's pretty dope. I mean, I've seen the designs online, and one cool thing, which, you have to tell the world, your first run of these items sold out. You have like one more item left, and that's it for the most part?
Yeah, I have a very sparse amount of sizes left, but some of the styles did sell out pretty quickly. So there's going to be a restock coming soon. Hopefully I'll be able to announce the official date next week. But yes, I'm going to be restocking the Wild for glasses because this one just kind of went really, really fast. So it'll be back available hopefully in about a week or so.
So the shirt you're wearing, that's part of your design, and that's one of the hottest ones that sold out fairly quickly?
I figured this was perfect for today, given the topic. But yes, right. This one sold out. So this one will definitely be restocked soon. The Visionary sweater will also be restocked soon. I have the women in glasses, which I love. I designed this one as essentially an ode to all the amazing women that inspire me daily with their eyewear collection. I think it's so important also to send a message to people that glasses are sophisticated, they're super fun. I tend to find that a lot of times there's this kind of stigma that glasses are boring or that they make women unattractive or all these other like weird things you hear about.
Yeah. There was that thing last year. It was in Japan or somewhere where they were talking about the women in glasses.
Yeah, and I always get kind of this weird feeling of like, where does this kind of association with eyewear and women come from? Yeah. And I just wanted to design something that just kind of was like, women are amazing, women in glasses are amazing. And there's so many amazing women out there showing off all their amazing, bold, fantastic styles. And I just wanted to create something to basically show love for that, because I think that's important.
Well, 2 questions for you.
Yes.
I want to circle back. You mentioned there's some women in the industry that inspire you. I would love to know who some of those women are. And then also, will there be some designs for men out there for your clothing line?
So men, yes, there's some stuff in the works. It's going to be a pretty large collection of things. It's just kind of getting everything because, you know, of everything that's been going on. Some designs took a little bit of a pause, but there's going to be a larger launch coming very soon. So it's going to not just be apparel and accessories, but it's probably going to go a little bit out of that realm too. So I'll share a little bit more about that when I'm able to get everything finalized. As far as the women that inspire me, you know, Sheena, Optician About Town, is definitely, I'm so fortunate to call her a friend, not just a mentor, but she's amazing. I'm inspired all the time by her hard work, her eyewear. I mean, you've seen what she wears. It's absolutely stunning.
Collection, hands down. I mean, like
there's no one like her.
No, she's one of a kind.
She's amazing, and not only does she always look fabulous and have the most coolest frames, but she's also a wonderful person, and I feel so fortunate to call her a friend. I love Dale's style too. I know you saw some of Dale's frames, and she wears super cool frames. Elena, she wears some really awesome stuff. Dr. Chen.
Oh yeah.
She wears some of the most fun frames and always looks so cute and so amazing in her stuff. You know, there's just
what I like about her and her eyewear is that she always picks the perfect lens technology to go with whatever frame she chooses.
Yeah.
Whether it's a pink frame and having some type of mirror coating that's photochromic lens. I mean, like she always nails it. There's never something when you look and you're like, I don't know if that's right. Every time she has something, it's always dead on the money, you know?
Always looks amazing. Everything like she wears. Nadia always looks really good in her frames too.
Shout out to Nadia.
She takes some great pictures. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm like, she looks fantastic. But I think there's so many amazing women in this industry, and they're all willing to support and help each other out. And I don't think you could ask for anything more. I mean, I feel so fortunate and so lucky to be able to call them my friends and always, you know, be able to reach out to them for questions or support. And I mean, you can't beat that. That's not everywhere.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, before we let you go, we always like to have our guests give some words of wisdom. So if you don't mind just blessing us with some words of wisdom today, especially on Friday before we go into the weekend.
Yes. I would say, you know, I'm really big on follow your intuition and always listen, because I think we all always know what we want to do or what we're looking for. And we always know the right thing, but sometimes, you know, we can psych each other out. We can psych ourselves out. We can, you know, not always put ourselves in the right mindset. But I think we always just have to go with our gut feeling. It never steers us wrong. And I think that's really important. I mean, I think to myself, you know, had I not listened to my intuition, I don't know if, you know, if I'd be here today having this talk with you.
Yeah.
And I think it's so important to be there for one another and really support each other and give a helping hand, and just really be supportive of everything that we do, because it's the most important thing. And I think that's one of the biggest things about this community, is that it's the best part.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that one. I mean, that intuition, listening to that inside voice really change your life quite a bit. But, also just listening in general. I mean, a lot of us, especially as eye care professionals, we think we have all the answers sometimes. And what we have to realize is that we have to understand the difference between hearing someone and listening to someone.
Absolutely.
And when you're able to listen to your patients, they're going to feed you with so much information that it's just going to change the game for you and your practice, but also allow you to help give them a better life, because we all know that vision is the most precious sense and gift out there that we have. So if you just listen to a person and you can explore all their problems and find solutions for them, not only are you going to have a loyal patient for life, but you're going to change someone's life. And that's priceless in my eyes, at least.
I agree with you 100%. I think that's why we all are in this industry, because we want to help and we want to do right by people, and we hope that we can do something to make their life better. And it's crazy to when someone is like, oh, I'm coming in because I have a headache and I'm having trouble, and then you're like, yeah, you need glasses, and then you call them for a follow-up and they're like, oh my god, my headaches are everything's gone away, everything's so much better. You're like, I helped that person.
Right.
And that's what better feeling is there than knowing you just changed somebody's life like that.
It's priceless.
It's priceless. You don't get that anywhere else. And I think that's why we do what we do, because we're very passionate individuals and we really care about our industry. We care about our peers. We care about our patients. And that's really important.
Yeah, I agree. And Sheena Taft is giving you some love. I am lucky to have a friend like you. So shout out to Sheena again.
Yes, Sheena's the best.
Absolutely. So for those that may want to get in touch, purchase some of the items from your new collection, or just get to know you a little bit better, what's the best contact, whether it's email, social media handle, website, blog? Let us know so folks can get in touch with you.
Yeah, so Instagram is opticianista_LA. And then you can also go to my website, which is opticianistala.com. And that has my blog, and it also has the online shop where you can go ahead and browse all the styles that are still available, like sizing wise. And then I also will announce all like the restocks and things like that on my social media page and on my website. So those are the two best ways to reach me. If you have any questions or want to chat, I'm always willing to talk to everybody, make new friends.
Well, it's your favorite optometrist, Dr. Darryl Glover, and today I hung out with Jennifer C., Opticianista. Make sure you check her out, Opticianista_LA. She always has fabulous eyewears, has an amazing collection, and she's out to make our patient lives better. But she's also open to answer any questions that you guys have. So don't be a stranger. Make sure you tune in. And as always, support our colleagues. Okay, you guys, check out the clothing line. New designs will be out soon, and we'll get a restock here shortly. All right. As always, have a great one. Peace and much love to you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.